dodges, but isn't up to par with his aim this time. Bomb goes down. Pairs on the denial. Lamas, he's going to potentially be pincered on here in CT spawn, although WideSwing full attention over towards A main at the moment. Plix wins the one-on-one, and it's all up to Pairs, who has to ace this one to try to get it done.
He's been smoked out as well. Oh, he can do some damage though, which is going to be pretty strong. So flashbang comes over. He's doing a lot of damage, and he heard where that flash came from. He knows exactly where Plix is. Down to the duel. Plix holding a bit of an off angle. Works out well for him. So WideSwing 2 managed to take one. A 4-on-5. Pairs doing his best to try to bring it back. But we should see a pause as...
Panic.
What's happened with Panic's internet? Nobody panic.
I'd message him and ask, but the problem is he has no internet, so he might not get it.
I mean, there's this thing called cellular data.
Yeah, look, I was trying to make a joke.
Didn't work that well.
No, it didn't work that well.
You can see me laughing at the moment.
Yep.
I'm laughing at your misfortune. All right, look, technical pause nice and early on. WideSwing didn't do much wrong there after getting the first pick, just going into yellow, trading out.
Yep.
The only thing that went wrong at the end was that they lost duels against Pairs. Can't really fault them for that.
Yep.
Pairs looking good so far. Ground zero. Mid very exploitable.
Well,
I can see how they go
back.
from there. He's back.
He's ready to frag.
He's got lots of money as well. 8K.
Which they need, because a couple of the boys died. It was back to the 1v1 right at the end of the
but ground zero on the eco at the moment. So, and I'm fairly certain WideSwing know this. This is the part where you can punish them a little bit more.
Bring the Mackies into play.
I wouldn't even bring Mac 10s into play. Just
always bring Mac 10s into play.
No Mac 10s allowed in this round, please. Just AKs, because ground zero could force.
Fine.
Killing your fun here, Mackie boy.
Real sharp in this attempt at the clutch, though. Obviously, one of the kills was on an AFK player, so...
Insanely sharp.
We'll pretend it was a 3K.
Still the 2 kills at the end was pretty solid, as it is going to be a force-up. 2 players leaving to jump out the window and go into the unders area.
Dangerous approach, but with the SMGs, it could just work out. Void, he has a very nice line onto unders, and if he works the time, he may just be able to get in behind Cute Girl there.
Question is anyone going to check this? So a lot of mid presence being placed by ground zero. So Llamas is pushed up. This should allow the underpass push to start happening. If Llamas doesn't die first, Llamas is going to die.
Oh, and that Molly was just in the right position to make him second guess if he could do it or not, but the flank comes through. And Void keeps that man advantage working, as well as getting that free upgrade to the Krieg of all things. So now this is looking dangerous for WideSwing in the 4th.
They're grouping up to go back into B-App, so... or just waiting for the aggression, which is never going to come. I would never aggress from that position. All right, you just go, all right, I've gotten the kills. There's no point. You just play it safe from here. 45 seconds left. WideSwing needs to execute somewhere. It is going to be towards the B side. They don't have time to rotate across. Still have one smoke, a couple flashbangs to work with. Looks like it's just going to be a walk-in and contact. Should work out quite well. Kingfisher doesn't really have the weapon to fight at distance.
But that's if they get the pick onto Void right now. You'll hear the drop at least from this position. But they're running out of time. They need to make their move shortly. All Might still with full utility. And he's not going to use a thing, but he will win the aim duel, and that is now WideSwing turning it on its head, but Kingfisher pushing at the perfect moment. Just needs to buy the time in Pairs. He's won the round by spot, but he will win the aim duel, and that is now WideSwing turning it on its head, but Kingfisher...
And All Might just not checking that area, just watching and making sure his teammate couldn't be killed. That's it.
Have you ever just survived for 2 minutes straight and not used a piece of utility?
That's what Pairs did, didn't he?
No.
Oh.
All Might. He's good to go this round, but...
just ready to... He was thinking in the future.
Maybe.
So ground zero pick up a force buy, which is... Yeah, maybe they should have gone for the Mac 10s because they would have been a little bit more reckless instead. But ground zero, it's back to normal programming, so they're just going to chill and sit still for now.
Ooh, nice pick coming out from Burn there. Panic going a little bit too aggressive at mid. That any utility, and just that Deagle. Pairs just readjusting, allowing the spray to reset. The AK now having an impact in the round. However, GZ still with that man advantage. Should be right as rain. And Iron as well. No armor there at mid is going to fall for free. Plix, we might see the same situation occur as All Might starts to use a bit of utility himself now. Smoke to window. And Void now isolated here at the top of mid. He's about to walk into the pincer, but wins his engagement. Plix, though, he is going to be heard, spotted, and dealt with. It's all on Burn as he finds himself the double here up against the mixed bite. And WideSwing should be good to go again in the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, they lost a couple of rifles. That's the only issue for Ground Zero. The money isn't that great. So WideSwing actually keeping this nice and tight for now. It's just going to be an issue of trying to break this bank. Kingfisher, I mean, you look at the money on the CT side. They've just completely reinvested. There's just nothing left in the bank. Here's in the MP9, so they're going to try and get him nice and close. I like to see some supporting utility, but he just wins that duel just like that. Drops the smoke.
Well, there's a big gap in that one. And Tyson, he's going to risk it for the biscuit.
I don't think he's just walked out. Great flashbang, though. So good stuff from whoever threw the flash.
Yeah, whoever did it. Absolute champion.
I think it was
probably All Might.
Yeah. Panic doesn't watch where Burn is, and this is all down to a single person who just dies like that. So that's an even less costly, and this is the part where I say it starts getting a bit painful now for WideSwing, is because it doesn't seem like much is working. Money isn't that great. You've got a loss bonus. Woo. That was a chance to break Ground Zero's economy.
And they did a good job to get out A main, but then it was just downhill from there. So
then they got shot at the end.
Burns
having a phenomenal game so far. I hope they go B soon. Llamas, I feel bad for Llamas. He's doing his role perfectly. He's just chilling there,
waiting for something to happen at
just
B.
Anchoring B like an absolute champ.
Really fun position to play on Mirage.
Great shot coming out from Valhalla to pick off Burn, who was deciding to go a little bit cheeky around the smoke.
Well, this is Llama's opportunity to go and change position as well. But does he want to?
No, because he's just gone, all right, I've got to take care of B. What happens if they split on B right now? He's just a role player. You love seeing this. Just covering off his positions. T's been boosted up. They can split this wide open. Big opportunity to win.
Ooh. Look at that gaping hole in the middle of the map, though. That's going to allow Iron so much chance to move around. But he goes of the path of least resistance straight back to the A site. Void now just falling to the Deagles as Kingfisher tries to hold off the A site as best he can. Does have pairs behind him.
That's some pretty sharp shooting coming out from Kingfisher. He's just a coach. But Plix has done better to sneak in the jungle, but I don't know for what purpose at the end of the day. He's retrieved himself an AK, can wrap around. Actually, now he can get the assassination kill on Llamas.
Or not.
Or not, just go towards A instead. I think
Kingfisher has established that there is a hole in the defenses, and he'll clear out CT, but he falls for the information. But look at Pears, he's in a great spot to deny the plant, to win the round, unless it's planted at default. And Llamas might have just been spotted there. Ooh. Experimental position for that plant, and info comes through, but he has no idea that Pears is so close. Just trying to work the timing now. 1v2, no, there it is. Pears just lurks his way close. Gets it done. Hits the final headshot.
Unfortunate for Plix. I mean, that was just 1 or 2 seconds off him actually taking out Pears and then just swinging back, and it'll be onto a 1-on-1. Admittingly, Llama's had a lot of utility to use. So good patience coming out from the CT at A-ramp. Good shooting all around. Plix, good attempt. But still, the scoreline 6-1. These rounds are a lot closer, though. I feel a little bit cheated if I was WideSwing.
Yeah, and you can see as well, Llama's just getting rid of one of those flashbangs to go for the molly instead. You want those damage nades being the BAPS player just to slow down the push in case anything comes in your direction.
So Burn's got the AWP now, which is what we expected. One Noobster is not there, and they'll hear that as well.
It's a whole lot of information. Running the gauntlet through window smoke there, just hoping nothing came his way. They may still expect him to be in ladder somewhere on the short side of window. So Void could be in trouble here.
You need to have the flashbang lined up. Ooh, Panic. Just sneaking across. Gets the pick onto Pears, who wasn't paying attention. Wasn't aware that they've already lost connector control. And Kingfisher, a lot of responsibility as a Palace player.
Oh, but he at least has a gap to play with. Misses the mark, though. That's a whole lot of information. The CTs have to play for the hard retake on A. However, Burn may just be spotted in a moment.
Oh, he'd be heard now, so...
100%.
All it requires is a jump up. Beautiful stuff coming out. So WideSwing should be able to, I say should be easily take this round, but they know where the last CT is.
Well, this is Llama's opportunity to get a couple of kills on the board. But it looks like he's just going to bide his time over towards CT. Here's Iron getting very aggressive. Oh, Iron doesn't spot him. But All Might comes in to get straight on the line. And WideSwing find themselves a second before it gets too late.
So far, as soon as WideSwing get that opening pick, they've been able to convert the round. So the trick is how to get panic in these positions and how to nullify the CT lines. They're doing pretty good so far. Ground Zero can still buy, but it's not going to be the best buy. Attack timeout coming out very nice and early on because they realize that it is a critical round. They lose this one, it's an eco.
Let's see what they do. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go for some mid control, given the situation. WideSwing, they've been a bit standoffish at mid. Some rounds they'll go out when they don't have a strong buy, but when they do have a strong buy, they'll be a little bit slower and go towards the sites, play more of a default. Look for those pickoffs. See what they've decided this round. A whole lot of them facing over towards that B site, though, would telegraph that they might just be going for this mid control as well. Looks like it's going to be back to basics. 3 towards A, though. 4 Ground Zero. We'll see where they head from this one. Short smoke and window coming out for WideSwing. And it may just end up being an A split, but look at this. The 3-man stack under the balcony. I love it.
So interesting. I mean,
one molly may just completely ruin the strategy, but
no, there's a smoke, so they're trying to bait it in so that it goes, oh, there's one person. They're not going to expect 2. Okay, you kill the second one. They're not going to expect 3. Hang on a second here.
Certainly not. But no one coming through PAL means that Void is in quite a safe position right in the corner of Dark there.
But they've got plenty of time to still go towards B. They've got plenty of time to take window and swing jungle, swing all these areas. So I wouldn't be too worried at the moment for WideSwing. It had to go tremendously bad for them to lose this round.
So very passive approach.
They're walking straight. They're running straight back into it.
They certainly are, and Burns here as well. That's a whole lot of defense over towards the A site.
Molly, Molly, Molly. Yes. Who's got the smoke out is a real question.
Void now. So there's the reaction. They are aware someone's underneath, and they'll think that's clear, but Pearce is in a great position to play around the smoke, and the con push is going to be destroyed as well. Burn finding himself the double kill.
They're not going to expect this last play up because
100%.
there's 3 of them there. So he's just going to walk out through the smoke, and he's going to find one. He can't fling around to the second. Oh, but he cleans up at the end. I mean, it was just...
Beautiful.
Why would you expect 3 on the balcony? And WideSwing just walk into it. Out of all the chances, you could have split B, you could have explored mid, gone through a lot of different sectors of the map, but they couldn't find the opening pick. They got a bit scared and decided to contact play A.
I love it, though. That's just all your eggs in one basket. The trick play coming through just at the right moment, and the coach to almost clutch it. It was Llamas to find the final kill. It was a very costly round, but they really needed to get the win on the board. And, oh, Panic not going to find the timing shot as he is flashed off the line, but now Ground Zero have a lot of information. Burn, however, blinded himself, will get it done a little bit better. Kingfisher's just going to be knocking him down through the smokes, and Ground Zero already in the driver's seat for the 10th round.
What you do for WideSwing is that you do the perfect flash. You come in, Burn's completely blinded, but he just shoots you, just blind. Kingfisher shoots you through smoke. What do? You can't do anything. So it's up to the rest of the players to see what damage they can do, try to stop Ground Zero from upgrading some of the weapons and try to get the money in the economy. But all Ground Zero are going to do right now is just play a little bit safer and just play back.
Good utility usage just to find some safety there at mid. Flicks not going in with his teammate, so he won't be able to go for the
double
trade.
dink?
I think it was. Burn.
Oh my god.
He is on one right now.
When Burn is in this form, it's just you can't stop him. He just goes, I'm just going to out-aim you, and there is nothing you can do about it.
Boys, I'm playing good today. Let's get it done.
Let's just shoot them.
What if they were just like, hey, David, do you want to call? You know, we're not expecting you to frag. And then Burn was like, look, this is my chance to shine.
That's a good flick coming out from Blix. So Burn finally gets shut down. And there's upgrades across the board, which is not good at the moment for the Ts, because that means a couple of SIGs in the hands of the CTs.
Those Kriegs on the defense are certainly dangerous.
What a legend. Kingfisher drops over the AK for Burn. What an absolute ledge.
What a legend.
What a legend.
Knows, establishes that he is not the best fragging power on the team, but he's doing a great job at mid. You know, 10 kills already. I feel like his job's almost done.
I mean, he's banged them out, kept them contained at mid, dropping weapons for his teammates.
Void on the nice little off angle as well. I like this underpass setup that Ground Zero are experimenting with. And it works out. Look, first pick coming from that position. Burn, he's already made his way forward and times Iron to no extent.
Oh, they don't know that Panic's crawled up short, though. That's the dangerous part. So the bomb can still make its way. No, it can't. Burn's just killed him.
Yep.
Never mind. Burn should die, though, because he's not going to expect the backstab of the backstab.
Yeah, they don't know that Flix was still lurking in apartments.
And they don't know Panic is here until he started shooting at llamas. And Ground Zero completely misread how many people were in B apps, but the bomb is nowhere near recoverable. It's just a fragging mission right now, which is working pretty well for them.
This is an awkward situation. Void, the only man close, and Flix just deals with that one, fully expecting the reaction. Now, he's a coach, but can he clutch? That's the real question here.
Oh no, he's actually... So this is all a gamble. He's made... Smoke is going to go...
Looks like a top con smoke. Looks like it could also be an attempt at a fake. But Kingfisher is making the hard read by putting all his eggs straight up into Palace. And he is in the perfect spot to win this. Plix, does he plan...
How did that round go so messy for Ground Zero, though? It's that they were up by so much. He is going to plan the open. He's not going to expect this backstab. Kingfisher's won this. Really well played from Kingfisher. Reads the situation perfectly. Plix tried. Really? He tried.
Hits him with the spray. Oh my. You love to see it. Oh.
Oh, really?
MC wants a little bit more. Get in there, son. Really?
Really? Zoom in there. Who cares about the buy at the moment? You just got outplayed by Kingfisher. You got outplayed by coach. He's a coach.
He's a manager.
I don't know about that part, but I know he's definitely a coach.
No, I know he's definitely.
He just dinked Panic through the smoke again.
Got some damage for it, but that certainly is a tilter. And you can see as well, Ground Zero, they threw that early smoke towards the back of apartments, but haven't gone for any control. And you can tell that they are just starting to condition WideSwing to react and force themselves to go into positions they might not be used to playing. But Burn on the line as well. He's picked up the AWP. Snoobster is not here at the moment. Oh, and another found. Flix thought he was on the perfect line of trade.
Still going in for more. Absolute madman.
Look at this. The round as well just being torn apart by Pears and Burn.
To be honest, all WideSwing need to do is just get a few more picks. As soon as they win a round, it's going to force Ground Zero into an eco. But the problem is that it's a big if. Every single round, you're going, okay, we have to do this. We have to get these picks.
Yeah, well, if WideSwing go B, it's probably all over, because look at where Pears is. He's got all the information in the world, happy to play the retake at A. And Kingfisher, he's quite low, so he's going to stay passive over towards CT there.
This contact play actually may work out. Llamas is not in the position to actually check out or help out anything, and they know exactly where this player is, so... Orb is going to go down. Ooh, Valhalla tries his best to trade out, but Kingfisher swings wide to help out a brother. 10 to 2.
Stack comes through. Crossfire ends up being established from market to apps, and it was just too much for WideSwing to deal with.
Kingfisher has 13 kills.
Yeah, he's doing it. Thought, you know...
Frag's better than Andy, for sure.
Yeah, this is that point where he starts to get into all the players' ears while Andy's not around and say, hey, look, I'm coming back, boys.
Nah, he doesn't.
You know,
he's not that kind of dude.
You know, Burn, you're pretty good on that AWP. You know, you're pretty good on that AWP. You know what I'm saying? You know, Andy, oh, I don't know about him, eh?
There is one praise I have for Kingfisher is that he's not that kind of person.
No, he's not.
Very, very egoless person. So you can even see now, he's having a banger of a series, just drops over a rifle over to a teammate instead, because that's what's needed. Now, pick's working in the favor of WideSwing, because the Deagle's what were needed at this stage, not the rifles.
And, oh, the aggression straight into jungle as well, but Kingfisher holds strong. Iron just running with his knife out, not establishing that one of the A players is still currently around. They expected him to be over towards window, but
Ooh.
a beautiful shot coming out from Plix there. Now, I heard he was a McCree main, so the Deagle, one of the closest things.
So WideSwing win that round, which is they just all run around screeching and just hitting shots.
Whatever works, hey?
Whatever works at this stage.
Whatever works.
Because Ground Zero forced into a bit of a tricky situation. Do you buy or do you eco coming into the penultimate round? You're happy with 10. You'd like more of that stage, so they're just going to eco and buy a few pistols on the players that are rich. At least they'll get a bit of a serviceable buy coming into the next one, assuming WideSwing don't drop the ball here. They might. You never know.
They might.
They might. You never know. That's the problem.
They all might.
Why call yourself All Might, though?
I don't know. I like Floor. That's why
Floor
I'm
was better,
referring to
yeah.
him as Floor. I feel like there was some negative connotations to Floor for a little while there, so maybe
just change it to Flawless.
Up
then.
and name change.
I'm happy to call him Flawless.
Flawless?
Flawless.
Flawless.
Flawless. Where's the flashbang? He just iron. What is that spray? It's just
The fully coordinated swang at mid, just looking way too strong. There is a flank coming through unders, but it looks like the Deagles just might have been the answer here. Plix just waiting for the perfect moment to go, but if there's 4 CTs in front of him, the chance of a 4-man spray down is looking unlikely, but now they start to fall apart. Panic as well deals with the CT player, but he is now going to be left in a 1v3 on the A side, because that bomb is hightailing its way all the way to B.
I think Void is... Nope. Okay, they just want to kill this AWPer. And Void is not in the prime. Okay, does take him down.
Apparently he is.
Okay, Floor. He's pretty good at winning these clutch situations. He's on the right side. No one here. Got a bit of utility to work with. All the HP in the world.
He's cleared out most angles. Pretty confident no one was behind him there at jail. And should be able to get the bomb plant down for free, but Ground Zero not reacting just yet.
How have WideSwing almost lost this? I'm going to say almost because there's still a chance.
That All Might is looking all right.
He has to look all right for WideSwing to get back into this because 3 CTs.
They're taking a while though, and there's no defuse kit to play with here. But from jail, that's a hard position to play from given the situation. Now he's going to be spotted. And the filter comes out of market, manages to take a little bit of damage, and beautiful headshot found, and 2 HP, he just needs to land another, and he gets it done. Lamas couldn't land a single bullet, and WideSwing send it to a 4th. But oh my, that was very close.
That's what I mean, though. It's that's just your floor round, pretty much. Who's actually earned the most? They've actually earned pretty similar. Plix has actually earned the most. That's so interesting. The T's are losing, but they've earned more money.
That's a whole lot of information.
I don't know if they've earned, yeah. That's a whole lot of numbers.
Great look at the economy there, thanks to Western Union. But speaking of Iron, going for a very quick pick straight out mid. Almost as fast as those Western Union money transfers, you know?
Not as quick, but this round might be pretty quick. Over and done with.
Certainly looking like the case.
Oh, he's
Plix not reacting. No one else at top mid to cover. So the round not lost just yet.
It's another WideSwing round. It's going to be 5-10 at the half. I'm calling it now.
All right.
That's why. See, I didn't say that they almost dropped the ball because Floor was still alive, and I went, this man clutches.
He clutches.
He clutches.
Oh, he clutches. Well, we'll see if Lamas can come in on the flank fast enough here. There is going to be a player at Tetris, which he can find himself in a 1v1 with. Kingfisher starting to make a little bit of noise there, and Lamas does win that trade on the flank, so it's going to be back to the 2v2 as Kingfisher just walks straight through the smoke dry. And they know that Valhalla is going to be playing under the balcony. Molly coming in from it. Yeah, man, position. Val just waiting for that flash to come through. Jiggles tries to get the information. All Might and Valhalla trying to play a crossfire from very awkward positions, but Lamas knows exactly where they were. However, the read with the nade, it was a beautiful Kobe to end the half.
I really love that crossplay coming out, and that's WideSwing. Just playing smart. No one's really aggressive. They're using their utility quite wisely. So 2 extra rounds there at the end, thanks to Floor. And I really say thanks to Floor, because without that 1-on-3, you'd be versing a completely different kitted up CT side. Full utility. They don't have to go for an aggressive play towards the end of that half. Still a long comeback for them to try to make their way into their own map pick. But Ground Zero, they have to actually earn this map victory now. It's not such a walk in the park. Could have been a 12-3 scoreline. Could have been a 16-5 at the end of the day. Still could be a 16-5. That's always a potential. But WideSwing at least giving themselves a good chance to open up with a pistol. A couple of sharp plays. Good clutch plays going in their favour. Mowing down Ground Zero, who may make the incorrect read sometimes. And there you have it. Back at a tied game.
I'm interested to see if the loose play style of WideSwing ends up working in their favour on the CT side or working against them. But I guess we're about to find out.
We'll find out as there's a B push that's coming out. So short's going to be smoked off. Flashbangs just bang through. And All Might's completely blinded. Finally goes down. Panic is still alive. Out come the rest of the CTs rotating through. But that smoke just covering up the front of the site as well as short allows the Ts to just get complete control right now. They know Valhalla is over towards the kitchen area.
Burn, he was quite low, and he is going to be finished off by Iron as he makes his way straight up short now. Fints are starting to come through, and the headshots need to be found. There it is, Iron polished off, and Valhalla spams away. A bit too much pressure in the 1v3 to deal with, and Ground Zero, they take that second pistol and send it to a 6-round lead.
Yeah, really good smokes. I like how that worked out. Even if they land WideSwing, they had the players there, but you can't really... You isolate into certain corridors that you can fight the flashbangs, completely blind their B-site players.
Yep.
Ground Zero do buy up in terms of pretty full investment. WideSwing do not. They're only with a few pistols, looking like just playing default. So a lot of attention, a lot of utility thrown to mid. The rest of Ground Zero going to be angling up for an ace I hit eventually. It is going to be an ace split.
Oh. Burn cops a lot of damage there, trying to go aggressive, but Pears, he's the first to draw some blood. Valhalla, he's going to be stuck under dark now. Push taking a little while to swing onto him. Too worried about that P250, but there it is. But a whole lot of damage is done on the final two Ts now.
Oh.
However, it's just Plix with a USP to play with, and I dare say he's not going to find the head of Kingfisher, nor Burn. And Llama's Void. Oh,
he found the head of Kingfisher.
Well, okay, Caster's Curse, tap wood, bit
he
of...
might, actually might find Burn as well. Hang on a second. You might find another one. No, Llamas does clean him up.
He did get the headshot.
He got exactly the 2 headshots you said that he couldn't get, making yourself look like a bit of a goose.
Well,
never count out all the possibilities.
Well, I'm done for the day.
It's barely even started, mate. Don't just leave me here.
Grease me up, I'm cooked. Let's go.
No, I'm not going to grease you up. That's sounds a bit dodgy.
Oh, you're more of an oil kind of guy.
I don't like this strat coming out from Ground Zero. They're just fanging it down. I mean, yeah, 1-for-1 trade.
Plix in a position where he might just be able to survive initially, but
he's dumped all his utility.
Yeah, and for what? No one was at mid to go for an aggressive play at all.
I don't understand this round from Ground Zero. Void's just sitting there. I mean, I don't understand what the individual players are doing. They're just caught napping a little bit.
A bit of a lack of thought going into it, but we'll see if the individual skill will do it. Llamas, nice jiggle to bring it to the 2v2, but the bomb still needs to be retrieved and transition it back towards the B site.
Plix is pushing out, though, so he's not content. Both of the CTs here, actually, and they're going to check this corner on Llamas. Oh, he's now turned on.
Certainly on. QGL works his way straight through the smoke there, finds the bomb and knows exactly where Llamas is, finds the head as well. And there it is, the 1v2 gets it done.
Great timing coming out from Valhalla to jump through that smoke just as it blooms. Correct call as well. And so WideSwing pick up a very costly round, but the good thing is that Ground Zero is pretty poor. They lost quite a lot of weapons against the anti-eco. Dropped 3 guns. Don't really have the most money to invest in this as well. WideSwing, yeah, their economy is broken, but doesn't matter because so is Ground Zero's. Tactical timeout coming out from GZ. That was just such a weird round, as I said. They just looked like they took that default so strange. It was just all over the place. Lost weapons for no reason.
Yeah. Just
can't be taking this loosey-goosey, boys. WideSwing can still come back into this.
Look,
I don't
if
say
you're
that
going to
often.
be going very loose and trying to play WideSwing's game, I feel like you're going to lose because WideSwing are certainly looking at very sharp individually, winning a lot of those one-on-one engagements, and that's not how you want to be going down, especially on the first map of the night. Although, going into Inferno, we'll see if WideSwing are as structured on that one. I'm not too sure. I feel like you have to be, though, because obviously there's not as much room to roam on Inferno. Well, we'll see once we get there. But GZ, they are going to go for the 4-man push over towards the B apps at the moment.
And no one checked unders, which is so risky. This is actually going to work out quite well because there's only one player on B side. Burn is going to call that it's going to be one unders very soon.
Maybe, if he doesn't get the timing into con. Flix has that covered completely.
You like to see Floor playing this position. He knows when to drop the U-tilt.
Info, but Burn with the CZ can't quite finish off the man at mid. Allmart will go down, so it is going to be the 4v4 for the retake. And plenty of time for that bomb to be planted safely. WideSwing, they're even going to go for the retake straight through apartments. Look at that panic, not panic, rather Plix. He's gone on a big old adventure. Llama's trying to fight for some short control at close range. The CZ can't get the work done. Not in the hands of Llamas, however. It is going to be Panic's one that wins the fight.
This is very tricky now for Ground Zero to hold. The fact that they lost that short position, it's going to make it really difficult. And Void trying to fight off different angles, but Flix can't convert that aim duel. Now Void's in a lot of trouble, but he's still fighting, still staying alive, which is absolutely critical. Kingfisher, now he's into the fray. It's all down to Void. Trying to dance around and Panic. He taps it, has to chase, but I don't think it's any time. Even if he gets a kill, there's no time. Panic, he's lost it.
Great patience there from Void not to go too ambitiously forward, and that'll win it.
That's such a critical play coming out from Void. Just staying alive there, not dying to the two deals. The player's swinging there, can't kill him. And there's just no time left at the end of the day. WideSwing now, they're pretty broke. I think this is the part where you maybe have to think about forcing, I think, as the CTs. There's just not enough rounds here to eco. You double eco.
They're going to do it anyway.
They're going to eco one.
They're going to try and get that discipline going. But, you know, there's a chance with the pistols. We've seen crazier things happen, especially with WideSwing. Just depends on the setups we're going to see. Looked like they were trying to go for the double short push. Didn't quite work out. Double A main almost coming through, but it's just not quite there.
And as soon as the smoke fades, Plix might be able to catch one out. Oh, managed to get that headshot, but Kingfisher traded out, and there's two just waiting for him as Panic jumps up. So it's all down to All Might. That's a long way to go with just a USB.
Well, I'm not going to say it can't happen because I've been shut up multiple times already.
This is where it actually can't happen. This is where it can't happen because the way that Ground Zero are going to be taking it, unless he retrieves a gun, which is definitely doable at top mid. Go retrieve yourself an AK. You know, it is in your destiny to do so, not just to wait.
And he'll get the opportunity.
I think this is just a... No, that's a... Okay, so the AKs were taken away. He feels a bit cheated. It's just a Galil left at the end of the day.
Big rotation.
He might be able to still sneak in a kill. Take one out.
I feel like he might actually isolate a single fight, but the question will be, will he have the crosshair in the right position? And, you know, all things considered, if he does take a Galil over to the next round, that'll be good for Iron.
He takes nothing.
He spots that coming from a mile away with the shadow on the wall, but just couldn't get the crosshair in the right position.
It's a Galil. It's not going to follow the crosshair. It's going to follow its own little mind.
Oh, whatever. All right. Look, I've seen Galils do some crazy things lately, all right? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's just the Galil just working. Oftentimes you just look at it and you go, this thing just doesn't work. There's a reason why you don't get it. It's not a fun gun.
Oh, speak for yourself, mate. I love it.
Oh, fast 8. Oh, this is a big change-up from Ground Zero. This is something I like a lot more, right? These are the change-ups that you want to do. Get burned down faster mid, get him to put a bit of pressure on, and then fly up through powerless. They're not going to see this one coming.
And he's in a great position to deal with All Might as well, but All Might was ready for the jump up. Still, the trade comes through, and Valhalla goes down. Can't get any work done. Pairs with the double entry. That's massive at the A site.
These are the changes in tempo I prefer a lot more coming out from Ground Zero, is that you throw what they're expecting, right? You know that they're going to go, or you know you're going to take mid. WideSwing knows that, so 4 men out Palace. I love these adaptations. Great call. In a perfect time as well to try to close it off. 2-on-3 retake. WideSwing are trying to go in for this.
Got the U-tool down, and now they just need to hit their shots, but they've disregarded Pairs at Dark, and he's going to get all the work done. A 4K to clutch it for GZ and take them over to map point.
Yeah, so... what can I say? Earnings, pretty similar. Llamas earned the most, died the least, I would say as well. Out comes maybe the final round where WideSwing do have to force up at this stage. And this is, once again, I'd like to see adaptation from Ground Zero, trying to take this short control, maybe fast split into B, which isn't going to work out because they line up through the edge of the smoke. The smoke in the connector is not that great, so they still have to commit onto the B bomb site. And this is going to be the round to WideSwing.
Well, yeah. Look, yep. Plix, the closest man to the fight, only ends up finding the single as the cover came through very quickly. WideSwing, great timing, great speed on those rotations, just locking the round down for them and keeping them in the game for at least another round. GZ, however, they are going to be on the pistols again, and I'm sure we won't see as fast of an approach this time because WideSwing dealt with that one perfectly.
I mean, that was also just down to Ground Zero not throwing the utility correctly as well. The connector smoke wasn't really effective, as now Iron decides to dry peek up mid. Works out well because Burn was trying to WideSwing. Now Panic also trying to join in with a bit of the fun.
There's only one team here that should be doing the WideSwing here, right?
Both teams should just start WideSwing at this stage. For Ground Zero, you've got nothing to lose. You've got 8 rounds to play with. For WideSwing, you've got nothing to lose because you have 8 rounds that you have to get back your way back into it.
That's the one. Oh, good placement on that molly, but Pears isn't actually going to win the engagement. Plix caught napping. Until that Pears really wants that.
He's like, give it to me, give it to me.
I thought the nade might have actually blown it away, but it hasn't gone too much further. Playing it as safely as possible. Using his big old wrinkly brain. And now the rotation will come through late with the AK.
Big test for Valhalla at this stage. He is by himself. Now Iron's going to start rotating over, but Pears is still being an absolute nuisance at the moment, which is just so annoying if you're the B-side anchors. He's starting to crawl off, and All Might needs to be careful. He's popping the flashbang maybe a little bit too late. Does get the kill, but the rest of the teams, this is the part where you need to burst out A-main right now. You need to get rid of this player. It's too late. Great stuff from Iron to respond. Kingfisher does have a lot of utility to work with. I'd still say that he's a dead man.
Great defense coming through from WideSwing and still keeping those hopes and dreams alive of taking the map pick. But, you know, it's Mirage overtime, always on the cards, no matter how big the gap is in the rounds. And you hate to say it, but it's just a reality, and no one is going to be surprised if the comeback comes through.
I don't think the comeback's going to come through.
No, I don't think so. No. But will you be surprised if it does?
No.
Well,
yes, actually, I will be very surprised, actually. I'll answer that. Yes, I'll be very surprised. Look, because all it takes is Ground Zero lose maybe 2 more rounds. They call attack pause, they close it.
Oh, just waiting for that lance flash to come through. Val going to be closed out really early. He's been so crucial on the defense, but Iron starting to warm up now, starting to hit his shots. Coming into the game just when it's necessary. Panic as well, he's going to be able to fend off the push for a moment before falling himself. Nice little pop flash. He's going to blind up the CTs, but the spray control just not quite there. And Kingfisher will survive barely.
That's
4
right.
HP.
All Might's already won this. You don't know this, but in the future, he's already won this one.
Oh. Burn cops a bit through the span there at triple. And oh, Kingfisher 4 HP can't land anything as that flash comes through. And the Prophet, All Might, gets it done. Prophet Kev as well, feeling pretty smug
No,
with that
I'm the Prophet because I've called the action.
Oh,
All Might just executed on my prophecy, which is he's the chosen one. He is the one in a 1vx situation to clutch it out. And this time around, actually had the guns to do so. So another round coming out from Ground Zero where they can't close off. It's going to be an eco here, then attack pause, unless WideSwing drop this one.
Oh, well, find out in just a jiffy.
Iron's just swung in and died.
Yeah.
Panic's just been running dinked by Void with the Tech 9s.
Is this how it ends?
This might be how it ends, with just running Tech 9 dinks all across the board.
Right, well, it's a 3v2. As Plix is still here and fighting, back to the 2v2. So the trade's eventually coming through. Valhalla's in a great position to deal with Void as well, who is going to be stuck up in the corner. So, with that lady is not singing just yet.
That was almost, but they decided to keep going out behind smokes instead of slowing down. They kept trying to pick up the pace.
Lull in the action. WideSwing not playing this one together, but fully aware that there is a gaping hole over towards the window. As you can see, it looks like Valhalla may just be going to the perfect position to deal with a push through the crawl space. There it is, Burn. Going to walk into the off angle as Valhalla clutches that one perfectly. And WideSwing, they're off to 10 rounds now. That's 5 that they need to get.
What did I say? Look at the screen and what did I say? This is actually just a rerun. All of ESL ANZ is just a rerun at the moment. It's just foretold.
I thought we just forgot to send out different scripts this time.
Ah, yeah. No, the script was the same as... No, so this is where Ground Zero have a chat. They win this round, 16-10. WideSwing, good stuff. 3 alive for Ground Zero at the end of this round.
Yep.
So I'm calling it.
Okay. You reckon it's going to be 16-10?
I reckon it's going to be 16-10 here. We'll see if I'm right.
All right. We shall see, Kev. Well, WideSwing, they're going to have to heavily drop the ball to let Ground Zero through, but, you know, Ground Zero do have all that utility to play with, which is something they've been lacking for the last couple of rounds. Their last gun round obviously tried to go for that B rush, which got completely shut down, so there might be a better opportunity. Void, there it is. Nice little headshot over the flames. Valhalla wants some vengeance, but he may not find it.
Yeah, that wasn't the most cautious smoke. Not going to lie.
No.
You're going to have to watch that like an absolute hawk, as now the rest of the Ts have this mid control.
Or at least are fighting for it. Iron All Might coming in to thin out the troops on GZ. Iron's very low there, as he does go for a rotation over towards CT. Whole lot of pressure on the shoulders of All Might as well, as he was solo at B. Panic goes on that rotation just towards apartments. So now the hole has transitioned over to the window. And there's no eyes on Con currently either, so... Oh, actually, no, there is. All Might. Spotting that one from short.
They're not going to expect All Might to be sitting here this late in the round. I think this is going to be undoing of Ground Zero. They're not going to check this corner.
We'll see what the decision is. They know they've got the time.
It's a split B. It has to be a split B here. 35 seconds left. You've got Void slowly clearing B apps. You haven't really popped a smoke anywhere else. I like to see Kingfisher throw one to CT spawn to make it think like it's going to be an A-site execute and then swing short. Here it is. Nope, they've... Okay, connect to smoke, and now All Might's going to kill no one. He just gets clotheslined.
Profit has fallen, as has All Might. Well, Panic now with an AWP about to get overran unless he goes huge. Able to isolate one of the fights, but he does have to fall back.
Someone just needs to go out and stop the plant. Oh, 3 seconds left. Valhalla's quick on the flank, though.
He's in a great position to clutch it. Let's see if he can line up a couple. Head might have actually been spotted. Looking for more, looking for everything he can find. Has no idea where Void is. There it is. Taps away. Gets the second. Now it's going to be down to the 1v1. But Iron, he's only got 3 HP. Somehow wins the engagement. Again, there's been so many rounds where WideSwing are winning on single digits. It's absolute mayhem. But WideSwing, they're in it. And Kev, you were wrong again.
I'm wrong.
It was supposed to be 16-10. You lied.
Oh, that was only once. My apologies. Just to prove it wasn't a rerun. So can Ground Zero close out this game yet? Or have they finished teaching me how to play baseball, as they said it in their words?
Ah, maybe. I don't know. Ask Burn. Get him on the blower.
I mean, because it's starting to get to the stage where you just go, all right, you do need to be doing the work closing out. You get all these entry kills. All right, fix up your gameplay, because this is starting to not be funny anymore. So it might just be a full A-side execute, as there's just one person fast faking, that's Burn. And the rest, and they just fully fallen for it. They're just going to walk into a site.
From a comedy to a thriller, it seems. So now Panic is going to deny the cross again, but Void with a nice little one-tap on the line. Burn as well, trying to open up the B site. Void's gone and found himself 3K. So he may single-handedly just do it all himself as he goes straight into CT. Bomb going to be able to be planted a triple as well. As Lamas does have some flashes to try to cross to safety. But Plix just waiting to make his way through Con. Aware of Llama's position as well, but oh, that's an aggressive line.
Yeah, Void is doing the right thing, because they're not going to expect the push coming in. Who would be expecting the push coming in? Is it an open plant is the next question.
Oh, here's the ace. Here's the ace. Here's the ace. There it is. Voidy boy gets it done in the end. They had to fight for it though. WideSwing, not to be taken too lightly, it seems.
I would say they're ground zero. Just a couple of strategical errors there, in all honesty. Should have been closed up a lot quicker on. They took it a little bit too loose at the end. Still a hero effort to kind of close it out there. They shouldn't have won that one. That was just Void going, all right, I'm just going to kill everyone, going to punish people's mistakes, and close it out with an ace.
Well,
Not
way to finish
really the way that, yeah, a good way to finish it, but not really the way that you want to be finishing it, because that was very sloppy coming out from ground zero. Sure, against an opponent you can only rise to a certain level against, but still, that should have been much cleaner.
Yeah, I feel like the structure of WideSwing, you know, we were talking about it being loose, and that's exactly what it was. It did rely heavily on the individual plays to get those clutches coming through time and time again, to get the rounds on the board. And look, going over to Inferno, you can try to rely on that, but it's going to be a hard prospect.
You just have to rely on explosive ability at this stage for WideSwing. They're going to be starting on the CT side at the very least, and from what I've seen from Ground Zero today is that they're struggling to contain that mid-round aggression. They're struggling to read what is happening at this stage, so that is one thing that WideSwing do have on the board, but there's still Vertigo on the board, and that's not a map that you can just luck your way through. That is something you have to execute your way through. So, look, we have to see how it goes, in all honesty.
And that's if we go the whole way, the whole 9 yards, the whole 3 maps. But only time will tell. Can WideSwing get it done on Inferno? Well, find out after this break.
Oh, he can do some damage though, which is going to be pretty strong. So Flashbang comes over. He's doing a lot of damage, and he heard about
Burn finding himself the double kill.
They're not going to expect his last play up because
100%.
there's 3 of them there. So he's just going to walk out through the smoke and he's going to find one. He can't fling around to the second. Oh, but he cleans
Llama's
up.
expecting you to frag, and then Burn was like, look, this is my chance to shine.
That's a good stab of the backstab.
Yeah, they don't know that Flix was still lurking in apartments.
And they don't know Panic is here until he's started shooting at Llamas or in B-apps, but the bomb is nowhere near recoverable. It's just a fragging mission.
WideSwing react and force themselves to go into positions that is not here at the moment. Oh, the filter comes out of market, manages to take a little bit of damage, and beautiful headshot found, and 2 HP, just needs to land another, and he gets it done. Llamas couldn't land a single bullet. Not the case.
Oh, he's
Flix not reacting. Burn. Llama's Void.
Oh, he found the head of Kingfisher.
Well, okay, cast a bit
he
of...
might actually find Bird as well. Hang on a second.
Makes his way straight through the smoke there, finds the bomb and knows exactly where Llamas is, finds the head as well.
Make it really difficult in Void, trying to fight off different angles, but Flix can't convert that aim duel. Now Void's in a lot of trouble, but he's still fighting, still staying.
Position to deal with All Might as well, but All Might was ready for the jump.
Maybe fast split into B, which isn't going to work out because they line up through the edge of the smoke.
Molly, but Pears is actually going to win the engagement. Flix caught Nap. Burn cops a bit through the span there at triple, and Kingfisher 4 HP can't land any. Void, there it is. Nice little, or at least a fighting for it. Iron, All Might, everything he can find, has no idea where Void is. There it is, taps away, gets the second. Now it's going to be down to the 1v1, but Iron, he's only got 3 HP. Somehow he's...
Isn't an open plant is the next question.
Here's the ace. Here's the ace. Here's the ace. There it is. Void.
Mr. Murray, have you decided on a name?
We're thinking Callum.
Calamari.
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 Let's make it Jack.
Drink it through with Dare iced coffee.
well. Oh, God. What is that?
Second map just around the corner, and is there a comeback on the cards? Well, I guess time will tell. It is going to be Inferno when we start the second part of the series. And it is GZ in the lead after taking WideSwing's pick.
Yeah, I mean, I was just answering a question in terms of what was going on at that stage. Inferno, look, I don't think there is a chance for WideSwing, unfortunately, at this stage to take it against Ground Zero. Mirage was a struggle street for them, let's be realistic. A lot of the times, low HP clutches, situations resolving in their way, throwing away anti-eco rounds. Similarly, Ground Zero, strategy wasn't really overall in terms of the highest point. They do have Kingfisher filling in for Noobster at this stage.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just for a temporary amount of time. I don't know if Andy's back yet. Noobster rather is back, but when he gets back, he'll jump in. The thing is, I don't know when or roughly how long we're going to be waiting for that. But Kingfisher, I say keep him in. He was doing a great job there in the first
Bad
match.
fraggle, that's what's certain. Dropping his teammates' weapons, that's what you love to see. Look, at the end, it's for WideSwing, you can't even defeat it with a sub. The sub drops 20 against you. That's not a comfortable feeling to have, is that you get out-fragged by Kingfisher. So, who probably... Let's put it this way, right? You could see from the aim, it wasn't as if it was mechanically on. It's positioning. It was game sense that was working out for Kingfisher. He was setting up the crossfires. He was doing everything he needed to, rewarded with the kills as they just went his way. Got lucky through the smoke sometimes, but that's also timing as well. So that's all down to game knowledge at the end of the day. They're moving into Inferno, their own map pick, 1-0 up. They're looking to close it out 2-0 for the night.
And I feel like that's probably where we're heading. But every time I've said that recently, I've been wrong. So I'm not going to be surprised if, you know, they trade map picks, then we end up on Vertigo, then for some reason we've got a 30-round thriller on our hands. But, you know, we got to get through this map to get to Vertigo, which is unfortunate in my opinion. I love a bit of Vertigo.
All I'm saying is, I love Vertigo now as well, a lot more. As to watch from the map, whereas for playing, maybe not agree at the same extent. What I would say, though... What I would say for the rest of this, though, at least we didn't have an overtime in Mirage.
Yes. Beautiful. All right, we
that
can
might
all agree.
Change.
Thank
Chiefs
you.
is playing next.
Thank you, Gaben. Oh, yes. Up against Ice Sleep. I don't know if they will end up on Mirage, unless Chiefs pick it. I feel like that's the only way we get there.
If we end up in Mirage, I will actually sleep. Just wake me up when it's 15-15, then I'll start commentating, because that's where it actually gets exciting again.
I'll just keep it quiet so you can... just get ready and have a bit of a nap for the end of the match. What do you reckon?
Sounds like good for after the match, but for now, into the pistol round, Mac, which is our favourite part.
A little bit of action, setting the tone for the game. Where are WideSwing going to be holding from? Going for the three-man setup over towards B, and Valhalla fortunate to only take 20 points of damage from that nade stack.
Nades were going a little bit more to where the CTs would play aggressively, not at the corner stack. So the CT's able to get out nice, alive and well.
Still going to be sneaking its way over towards T-Apps now.
This is a really good play coming out from Ground Zero. I think the only issue with what a lot of Ground Zero executes end up with is that if you kill Burn, you can know that that's the site that they're going to be faking in if he's the only one making presence. That's a very noticeable telltale sign. They should instantly know at this stage, it's an A site.
Call's been made. Plix just missing a couple of free shots. He will eventually find one. Panic as well, just holding strong. Full control of Pit, but only 1 HP to play with. Now, the troops will make their way back through. Pears is going to react just in the nick of time, but he doesn't know that Iron was making his way straight up. Diggity on the flank, and there it is, the retake. Nice and clean from WideSwing. 3 alive at the end. And a great way to start their opponent's map pick.
Yep, can't complain about it. So, Ground Zero just going to stay on the eco for now.
Interesting. On Inferno, usually the meta is to just go for that big old force bite. Pistols, very close, very sharp at close range, very strong. Able to cause some upsets. But WideSwing now, you can see that they have 3 SMGs in their kit. And with that, that's a whole lot of money waiting on the other side.
Still have to wait and see if they can capitalize on the kills. We've seen some stranger things going on in Mirage earlier today. Could see the same happen again.
Wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Exactly, wouldn't be surprised as...
They're reading the menu.
What are you feeling like today, Mac? Do you feel like a Flanders Akin? Oh, no. Who?
Oh!
Who?
I'm disappointed. MC is disappointed. Oh, there's some spaghetti on the board. I missed that.
Yeah, there's
I'm down
also
for some
a massive...
spaghetti.
They've just defaced, absolute terrorists, just defaced a blackboard.
Somebody touch my spaghetti. Kev didn't like that one. Just to let you guys know.
Everyone disliked that. I can instantly say right now, Twitch chat is saying cringe.
Props.
It was a good meme, don't get me wrong, but what is going to be better for Ground Zero is if they could get a kill. Not going to happen.
Yeah, nah. Don't think that one's on the menu.
No, unfortunately not.
No.
What is on the menu for WideSwing though? So they can go and buy some of the spaghetti now with that money they just earned from the SMGs.
Oh, I'm getting the message from MC. Yes, I think it says max stop. Okay. Oh, you ran out of ink, so it was lax stop in the end. That's unfortunate,
Lax
MC.
All right, here comes the buy round. Enough of the shenanigans. Loose round is over and done with. Enough of the spaghettis, menus, and whatnot. Now on the menu is going to be that buy push actually coming out from WideSwing. Deep nades coming forward, and the push to take that bottom mid control. The rest of the T's angling up to see what they can do.
They have all the control in the world now. That smoke at T-stairs, just allowing those B players to, well, leave Panic solo. But what are they going to do once the smokes fade? That's the real question. Yeah, they've got the map control, but GZ, they have the utility to retake it.
No, this is a good thing though. WideSwing, all right, we can't capitalize on anything, but you can slowly fall back and just decide, okay, which areas do we need to take after this? What do we need to clear? For WideSwing, giving up these areas, really smart. They've fallen back, they've used a lot of their early smoke. Force Ground Zero to use their utility, burn through whatever they can, and then go from there.
There's two-man setup at Banana towards Olof. Ooh.
They're not gonna, I feel like they're not gonna check this. So Panic is gonna go 2 for 1 at the very least.
The trick play, is it the answer? Surely David clears this one. Goes for the hard clear, unfortunately gives up the Krieg, and
He's trying to pick up the gun!
Can't pick up the gun! Oh, he's trying so hard, and he just couldn't get it. Oh, that is unfortunate. What a game. CSGO, you love to see it.
So aggression from WideSwing on the other side of the A bomb site nets a kill onto pairs. Now Iron just trying to stay alive to the edge of the smoke, but instantly traded out. So can't get the second kill. 2 on 2, but burns on 3 HP. This Molotov, a single tick can clean him up. It's going to be an open plant first, and Burn just caught in transition. It's all down to Void at the moment.
He was so low, and I feel like Void can have this multi-frag potential, but does he spot the second man? Oh, barely missing the head as he did flick across. He had an inkling that he was there, but unfortunately just didn't hit the target this time. And WideSwing, strong start to the map, winning the first gun round as well, but again, so close, and they've taken such a large hit to their economy to
Doesn't
do so.
matter. That was just all SMGs. They've taken no hit whatsoever. Ground Zero, yeah, they can try to force into this, but WideSwing's economy is actually in a really good position. They just won with MP9s. And they won with Panic not being able to switch to the SIG, not able to drop an incendiary grenade. That could have completely changed the story. It's like, my spaghetti arms aren't working.
Does anybody touch those?
Apparently he couldn't touch the SIG. That was for certain.
Ooh. Not long enough. Needs to do those leg extensions. See if he can get a little bit more flexible.
Ground Zero don't have enough utility to work in this round, so every single molly they throw is just another kicker in the dirt, essentially. 2 smokes to work with, a single flashbang, or 2 flashbangs. There's the first one to push Plix off the angle.
Great position for the pop too.
Oh, is he going to swing? Beautiful. That's what I want to see.
All right, no
Do
one,
it again. Do it again.
No one there for the trade. Oh, he has. He has certainly done that again, but this time suffers a different fate. Huge damage. Llama's on 1 HP now. So WideSwing still with everything going in their favor.
Yeah, and you look at Ground Zero's utility. There's 1 set to use, 2 smokes, not using any of it. Burn's trying to draw the X rotation, but it's just not working at this moment. Void's picked off Iron. That's actually huge. If they can split into B, which they are at this moment, Floor's got a lot of work to do. 30 seconds left on the timer. If he can buy time, I think he knows that they're coming in through CT. He's so preoccupied on that Nana position. That's 1 angle cut down. Now looking for the second one. Oh. He's able to nullify so many of these, and Ground Zero just giving him the one-on-ones at this moment.
Just getting into all of the right positions. And look, Llamas, he's alive, but only with 1 HP. This is looking devastating. Pairs, can he win the 1v2? He's in a good position here. Nice little off angle to deal with it. Finds the headshot. Expects the second man. Gets it as well. And it's all up to Joel. As Lamas, he's going to be hiding on the back of sight. Just the information gainer at this point.
And that's fine because All Might needs to go so far just to clear out either of them. And it looks like he's going to pick the the known option at this moment, which is, Lamas does his brother a favor as Pairs cleans up. Oh boy, that was absolutely huge coming out from Pairs. Ground Zero barely able to scrape through that round after Floor, just able to hold on so well. Ground Zero just not trading out. WideSwing can drop a couple of pistols here and there, but for Ground Zero, they need to consolidate this position now. Needs to start getting a couple more rounds, a couple more kills on the board, get that money up and running. Otherwise, you're in danger of being reset once again.
Carmoli looking pretty decent to gain that control, and Val had no idea that the push was coming through there from Burn. Smoke at CT. He is going to force the two CT players to go aggressive, to go forward. Look at this now, Iron. He's in a very strong position if the hit comes through, but it certainly doesn't. It's just going to be the retake flash thrown. Burn is still there on the lurk, may have a 1v2, but it is going to be the 4v2 over on the B site that GZ might have to worry about.
Well, this is what I mean. It's so noticeable. Burns on the other side once again, so able to clean up the B site by himself. Remaining two CTs. This is where it gets scary because the other two CTs haven't really pushed in. And there's some of the sharper players with a Deagle as well.
Oh.
That's the first head gone. Plix, what is his fate?
Well, they know that he's an A player, so
As
they're wary that he could be close somewhere.
A-grade player? Hell yeah.
Better than nothing.
Oh, everyone's having trouble today trying to pick up these weapons.
There's short, stocky arms. Really need to be reaching a little bit further there, but headshot found by Pairs again. And what a round from GZ. Burn just picking off the CTs like flies over towards the top of Banana. Looking around the compost pile. And Ground Zero looking to even up the odds here as we head into the 6th round.
Tech pause coming out from Ground Zero, so... Well, tech pause aside for Ground Zero at the moment.
It is the return. Return of the full lineup. It is Noobster. He's back. He's getting in the server.
Minus Kingfisher plus Noobster.
And look, it's probably for the best. He's 0-4 at the moment, so a bit of a rough start this map, which is understandable, but he knew he was going to be
Drop AK. Drop AK Kingfisher.
Oh, they could actually... well, there's nothing against that. He's actually dropping as much as he can. He put a Galil on the ground. There's still some extra money in there. He's left... Oh, no, there was still 3,600 when he left, so...
I don't know. We'll let our resident tech wizards figure out what's going on over there. For now...
I wonder if that's against the rules. That's a real question. That's one for Nick.
It's probably in clause 8.8.3.5.
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's in the player handbook somewhere.
Which I'm sure all the players have read every clause of.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Let's be free. Let's be real.
I'm fairly certain some Counter-Strike players can't read. I'm fairly confident of that fact. I'm fairly confident of that fact.
That's pushing it.
I've met some of the... Let's just put it this way. I've met some really... not... Like,
I had one of my friends the other day asked us, so what breeds of dogs can be a greyhound?
Is he talking about greyhound gaming, or is he talking about just greyhounds in general?
No, greyhounds is just the dog breed in general. He didn't notice it was a breed. He thought it was like a label. I won't throw him under the bus with that one.
Just, we've already thrown him under the bus, I feel like, at this stage, so...
Oh, he has certainly copped a laugh or two from that bold statement.
All right, how long is it going to take Andy to join up? First, he takes an hour and a bit to get in the server. Then he's going to take a bit more time getting in. 2-3 the scoreline, which isn't much to go off at this stage. It was a couple of good rounds strung together by WideSwing, a couple of clutch rounds coming forward for Ground Zero, or one clutch round, which then eventuated in a much more cleaner round. Question is now for WideSwing, do they buy with their limited economy, or do they just try to take another eco to see if they can get stabilized once again? Did you just message your friend that you threw him under the bus?
No. I watched Cookie's marvelous editing of him dubbing me over "Somebody touched my spaghetti." Yes. It was good. No, my phone was going crazy in my pocket. I was like, oh, what's going on? But it was just all that clout that Cookie's just finding for me out there.
What's the new message? Mac.
Top. Oh! Get it! Get it! Get it!
Oh, hey. So why are we telling Mac to stop? We're having a bit of a story time here because there's not much to really go off at this stage. It's too early. Ground zero, still probing. Technical analysis. Mechanical ability. Economy. What other talking points do we have?
Beautiful observation.
Beautiful man behind the observation.
MC, you might be able to tell me to stop, but I'll never tell you to stop, mate. Keep flying. Keep dreaming big.
Don't let your dreams be memes. That's all I can say is that
that's it.
When I was younger, I'd said to my parents, I just want to talk rubbish about other people and get paid for it. And they said, that can't be a thing. And then
But
I
you get
made it a
paid?
thing. I know, exactly.
Oh. It's news to me.
What? What?
Huh?
I get paid really quickly.
I thought this was pro bono.
Nah.
Oh,
I get paid quick. It's just lightning transfer speeds. Know what I'm saying?
Oh, does it go through Western Union by any chance?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's lightning quick.
Must.
Wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah, well, if it's not, bit unfortunate. I think you should, you know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, good. All right, well,
I'm just going to end that right there. I don't know what kind of tangent you're trying to go on at this stage. Right, come on, hurry up. Noobster, just want to get back in the Counter-Strike action. Kingfisher, he's off the server now, I would say. As you can clearly see, there's one taking a nap. Too much of a night out. Just face down. Had enough. I feel like I've seen all these smooths before. MC, can you just give me another smooth? All right, we're back in the game. We're back, Mac.
nothing for you. Oh, get him, get him. Just having a look at his back there, making sure
It's not really a full buy.
everything's kosher.
Not really a force buy. It's a half buy. Seeing what damage they can do. Ooh, that's a good opener. Hello, Andy. Welcome to the server. Here's 50 points of damage.
Yeah, we're not playing any games here at top mid. Well, GZ have chosen a decent route to take here, as it's Iron and All Might. Just looking to hold off the push at B, but they're going to be holding onto their utility for a damn long time. And it's a good decision, because if GZ take too long, it's going to be 30 seconds that they have to worry about. Looks like it's going to be the hard bust, but the smoke just goes too deep, and now they look ineffective. It's enough, however, for Iron just to swing wide for a moment. Still had the time to line up a couple of kills, but couldn't find anything. It's all Might to get anything done, but it's the 2-for-1. And the round probably already found by GZ, unless the CTs can hit some nasty shots.
Always potential for that. As Noobster's still taking his time, waiting for the smokes to fade away before he decides to plant. There's a flashbang to allow Void to peek into CT. Ooh, a panic. Chipping away. Same as Valhalla. Plix on the Nano rotate. Ooh. Great shots coming out.
Some damage, not quite enough to finish.
No kills, though.
And another round found by GZ.
No banana business allowed at banana.
Monkey business?
Monkey business. Banana skin.
Funky monkeys.
Swede tweet.
Rest in peace.
Very cool. But out comes the first buy. No kits. No smoke on one of their players. Good nade. Great nade coming out.
So, half the damage done. Half the work done as well. For WideSwing already. That beautifully placed HG. GZ at least come out of that little fight with the mid control, and they're going to be making their way through apps very quickly. Hearing Balk from behind. With the apps control, we'll See if they do end up towards the A side, or if they go back, retake banana, have a whole bunch of map control. Just maintain their little lead here.
But WideSwing's gone aggressive over that smoke at Nana. They've cleared out car. Burns made his way to A. That should be the rotation call right now. There's no one at Nana. All Might's completely, or Floor's completely cleared it. Iron's rotating. This is going to be very difficult for Ground Zero to breach in.
Unless they double back and go banana. There's still the time for that.
I don't think they will. They're firmly committed at this stage. 2 in apartments. You can't really leave without making noise. This is beautiful CT utility that's coming out. Just stalling the push further and further and further. They're going to walk through. Panic just lines 2 of them up. Great spray down. Going to stall this push even further. But Llamas still strikes at the edge of the smoke. They're still encroaching. Iron's just completely watching the wrong direction. But Plix, that goodness Plix is here from Graveyard. 3 down. That's the round for WideSwing. Beautiful push coming out from that B-site players to allow the information in the stack going forward.
Big read, great positions for WideSwing in that situation. Obviously, Iron did have to die as bait, which I'm sure Plix probably said sorry about, but, you know, you can't win them all. And Plix did manage to make up for it with a round on the board. And maintaining that lead, GZ still yet to be in pole position.
WideSwing and keeping them honest at Nana. So I think with the fact that they were 4 at A, Ground Zero needs to realize, okay, they had 4 on A, they had a read of what's going on at Banana. We either need to take much more aggressive control, hold on and punish the aggression, or we need to go faster into A site next time and not telegraph our read so deeply as Panic still playing around the corner, still dancing around, does get taken down though. Too many rifles to fight against. This scenario is a bit different. They've lost a player. They are forced to rotate one. Ground Zero, now they can rotate back to Nana.
Ooh, but this aggression
The bomb's lost.
is going to work out.
Someone explain to me what's going on. Is that they've just lost the bomb and they've left the bomb for dead.
Oh my. That was a beautiful little defense there at Diggity. Ground Zero just trying to force their hand, but getting the cards smacked off the table.
And this is the whole thing, right? This is the part where you go, hang on a moment. The last 2 rounds we've lost has literally been through mid-round aggression. We've been losing because they've been aggressing, they've been getting these picks. We need to stop and stem the flow right here, right now. Another force buy, things need to go a bit differently. They're rushing B. I don't agree with this.
Here comes the change in the tempo. Whoa, the CZ not going to have the range to open up there. Burn a little slow on the trigger.
The change in the tempo works if you're versing a team that's not expecting it, but so far, WideSwing have set up this Nana take perfectly. It's that, okay, it stalls for any take. Sure, if there was an AWP line or an AK on that angle, All Might would have died. You know you're not against an AK in this round. You know that they're an eco stage. You've got so much utility to work through. The rest of the players in WideSwing, they could be aggressing A, they could be aggressing apartments. For all Ground Zero know, they've got complete control.
So awkward for both parties there. Trying to just find the gap in the smoke as they make their way into B. Void, a couple of footsteps heard, but that will get him the line. Can't quite finish. Iron as All Might will regain his eyesight. And still some death from above, but Pears disregarding that position. He's still allowed to fight. He'll go straight through in behind them. Pears and Noobster will fall. Iron finding Llamas. And that is going to be 6 on the board. WideSwing starting to look like they're a little bit more structured.
I would say this is not structured, but this is just Ground Zero just playing really poorly. Like,
all right.
Yes, there is structure in terms of the CT defense, but you tell me when is that execute meant to work? You have one person leading. You don't have people following behind to trade out. You don't have people clearing CT.
Very staggered.
Flashbang is great, but it's so staggered. How is that going to work? Even if he gets the pick there, that's a big if. Okay, then you've got to clear out the CT player, you've got to play that position onwards. But the Ground Zero that we're seeing right now is not up to that stage. They're still struggling in terms of the communication. They're struggling in pacing as well as spacing.
Yep.
And they're getting caught up in WideSwing's flow. They try changing the tempo for what purpose? To try to catch someone off guard. They're the ones being caught off guard at the moment. You need to slow the tempo down and just go, all right, let's get our economy back in shape. Let's figure out what WideSwing are doing in these mid-round aggressions and punish them for it. And then go from there. This is what I mean. Sure, it's an eco round, but he's just coming in, he's just slapping all of you. And finally you take one down.
But everyone else is gone. Oh, and there's nothing left. He had to go for the knife. Awkward, but that was a very quick round. Speaking of, that completely reminds me of Western Union money transfers. So fast.
Sorry,
So
my
smooth.
account. I'm already... Ground Zero don't know it. I'm already shopping. Their T-side has completely bored me. I've just gone shopping instead. I'm just thinking at the moment, going, yeah, that's an eco round, so you die to a guy that's in balcony, just sprays you down. 0 people watching it, 0 people trading. This is the part, okay, I can forgive that. That's an eco round, loosen up. These are the parts where things need to start changing. And to be fair, they're still getting onto the CT side afterwards. But this is where they need to start taking map control a lot more seriously. Try to figure out, okay, we've got to take top brackets, we've got to take Nana. Pinnacle of any top team. We want to be a top team. Let's do this.
Well, their brackets control was working earlier. WideSwing seemingly are going to keep up changing their positions. And again, up on the top of Dig, Plix stays silent. No wallbangs coming through to deny him that positioning either. A whole bunch of util going to be traded, invested just for the map control. No trades coming through at all. And look at the setup from WideSwing. They've got 2 in CT. They are happy to be playing this passive, allowing the defenses that are already on the site to just do all the work themselves, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
That's just such a staggered top bracket control. You've pushed off no one at all. The bomb's all the way at A.
That's one of those Allison plays where, you know, he's lurking, but he's being extremely passive, and coolly got a pick. Might be able to clutch it. But we'll see if he hard clears every angle, because Valhalla is out in the open, and that's going to be a freebie for him. WideSwing take it to 8, as that brackets control was just way too strong.
I wouldn't say it's way too strong. It's just the utility being thrown is not good enough. I am certain I've seen takes come out from teams where they're able to pop a few flashbangs through in a certain way, which completely nullifies the diggity defenders. Even if their backs are turned, but allow 2 people to come out. That's what I mean by the spacing, is that 2 people die, and the CTs are allowed to reset and re-engage the next 2. The spacing is completely off. The trades aren't there. And that's why I mean, this is why I mean, is like, sure, WideSwing are doing just the basic necessities. They're hitting their shots, they're setting up. Good, basic structure. Ground Zero have not taken top brackets control and top Nana control at the same time. It's been one or the other.
It's really hard to do it at the same time, though.
It is difficult.
Usually you go one, take it, then rotate back, take the other one, and then you go from there. But, you know, WideSwing's utility has just been way too good to slow them down and just deny Ground Zero pretty much executing their game plan.
That's what I mean. Basic structure, right? You forced out all this utility, but what are you going to try to do next is the next question. So Noobster going to pick up the CZ, 3 people here.
But with that utility, WideSwing happy just to give the control, knowing that they do have this man advantage that they can play. Plix on a very aggressive line, and he was there solo at bracket as well, so you can see that they're very confident in this, but it's just a matter of one wrong move, and WideSwing could crumble.
They're up 9-3 at this stage. I don't think there's a wrong move they can make. It's for Ground Zero to make the correct move.
Well, it's not going to happen this time. Void has found a headshot, however. Managed to make his E button work on the crossover. Getting control of the M4 there, and oh, nasty little deagle. Now we're on. So Void, he has gone over to Dark. 19 bullets in a 1v2, surely enough just to maintain control. And they're going to be very worried about Con here. Looks like they're completely disregarding Emo completely. Valhalla, oh, gets the timing, hits the flick.
Nice shots coming out from Void. Those are some juicy 1-digs. Can't complain about that, but at the same time, there's not much to complain for WideSwing. Your economy is completely set. You hit 10k on Valhalla, who can still drop over.
Very rich specimen right now.
To be fair, Plix is popping off. That's definitely going to help in the A-side player when you've got one player that's just mowing them down to multi-frags. But I still say that this is the issue with Ground Zero. This is, okay, you can't just come up and with an excuse and go, this guy's just mowing us down to multi-frags. You've got to do better and try to shut them down. How are you going to do that? Better flashbangs? Is it going to be a better take? Are you going to take a different area? Are we going to smoke off Diggity and wrap the jungle? all these things.
Will the T-side AWP be the answer? Because Noobster is here to party. Can he get it done in time? And is he even warmed up? That's the real question.
So once again, they make a bit of noise at top 9, or they expend some utility on the side of ground 0, and they just give it up. Because they're a little bit too scared of WideSwing, so they have to invest more utility just to try to take top 9. Okay, they finally got in it.
And it cost him nothing in the end, because Burn just walked through a smoke solo and gained control.
He doesn't have utility, though. He's burnt all this utility. The CT still has smokes to play with. They've burnt 50 seconds, and they still have smokes to play with. Finally, WideSwing decides to go, all right, you guys can have top bracket control, which is more utility used. This is the best round that Ground Zero's had yet. They managed to get top 9 control and top bracket control. No one from WideSwing is peeking in too foolishly because they don't know what's going on.
Heavy investment, though, in terms of the positioning. WideSwing going for 2 on site. No one ready to play for the retake. They are ready to hold here and now. And that's exactly where Ground Zero are heading as Llamas tries to sell the fake on the A side. Good damage onto Panic, but he sneaks his way into CT. There's the entry. Will they spot the second man? Iron given free reign there from second Oranges. So it is going to be the man advantage just barely for GZ. As Llamas accomplishes his little mission of taking down Panic. Going on the rotation back to the boys. And if I was WideSwing in this position, you get a whole lot of money. You should be right to lose this round, so why not go for it?
What you've got the worst to lose is you're going for exits, probably. You lose a couple of N4s, you can still buy in. So this just drop All Might, drop Panic.
Valhalla's got money for days.
Though saving 2 M4s also good as well, because
Yeah.
you still have 2 more rounds to play after this. You can relinquish one at the moment. Instant change up from Ground Zero. They're able to get map control.
Yeah.
Look at that. WideSwing have to respect it this time around. The utility use and the entries, the fake towards the end by Llama is much better, and WideSwing have to respect that. They don't know how many players are at 9, or they don't know how many players are at top brackets, and that's why we emphasize so much importance about taking these areas of control. Finally, Ground Zero able to activate it. Now, WideSwing, how are they going to punish this? Are they going to be fighting a bit more aggressively? Are they going to be stacking and fighting it? Are they going to use less utility to fight off against Burn, or maybe they're going to get aggressive against Burn?
Well, they're sending 2 towards the B site, so I don't know if aggression will be the answer. Putting All Might on the line, looking for some early utility, but it's going to be traded out. Burn cops a big HG to the feet.
But he's always happy taking this utility damage. As long as he takes this control, that's the biggest difference.
The 2-man peak there in Apartments is looking for a bunch of control. Blix just gets that smoke off to buy some time, but that's being invested extremely early on into the round. Another smoke at mid as well. Noobstar, he has some aggression coming towards him, but 2 Ts facing together. He's going to win in the 2v1.
And this is
well.
This is much better from Ground Zero. You can see that they're going, all right, we're holding for aggression at this moment because we know that what WideSwing want to do is clear out these areas, stay behind this 9 position, keep tucking your head in and out. All right, 5 versus 3, all we need to group up. 2 at most on the A-bomb site. Let's clear out these corners. And you can see Plix forced to go back. I don't know if Panic is going to push in front of the smoke. I don't think that's a great idea.
Man disadvantage. I wouldn't be surprised of something sneaky coming through, but there's the timing.
That's the
there's
bomb.
the bomb, and Noobster has to try to retake, but the smoke is still down.
Oh, that's a perfect Molotov as well. That's going to buy so much time for the rotation.
Thing is, he's going for the repeat dry straight into the crosshairs of the AWP.
How is Plix still alive? He's trying to dance around. It's all down to Floor. That could have been a perfect situation. Then Incendiary Grenade bought a little bit of time. They retrieve it. And now Floor, all on his little lonesome. I think this one might be a little bit too hard for him.